Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. Brad. It's a new week of comics, and we've got one of the releases. This is a trade paperback from Marvel. It's Ant-Man and the Wasp, which collects the 5-issue series. I want to make sure 5-issue series from Mark Waid, Javier Garron, Israel Silva. Came out about the time of Ant-Man and the Wasp film, and definitely was an attempt to tie into that film and maybe get a little bit of the audience. This is kind of just a one-and-done, enjoy and read comic. You don't really need to know the characters very much. It explains everything fairly well. So there has been a few Ant-Mans, there's been a few Wasps. This Ant-Man is Scott Lang, just like the films. Though, Hank Pym is involved in the films, and he does appear in here in like 2 seconds. But this is Scott Lang Ant-Man. And then as far as the Wasp, it's not Janet, this is Nadia. This is Hank Pym's daughter. So the story is Scott's kind of out in space. He's just done his things with the Guardians of the Galaxy, needs to get home. Calls on Nadia to help him, and Nadia helps him, and they wind up both getting stuck in the micro-universe, the microverse, which we saw in the film. So this calls it as like in the space between molecules. So that world is like a subatomic realm. It's where, Janet was in the film that they had to kind of get her from. And the story's, it's interesting, it's entertaining. The microverse, I've always thought, it was kind of a fascinating thing. I never really understood it or thought it was all that, like, consistent and stuff. And this definitely kind of plays out that weird science fiction aspect to it all. And for that, it's pretty entertaining and cool with what it does. It makes absolutely no sense at all. And just when you kind of think at all, try to use some logic, it kind of falls apart. But Lost and Found, the title Lost and Found, it's an entertaining read. The fact that you can be able to pick this up and just enjoy it is solid. Basically, this is Scott and Nadia's adventure through the microverse, and they get to know each other a lot. There's some stuff that's just not really explained and just kind of resolves, and it's weird, and just roll with it. I think that's kind of the vibe I have of this. The thing that I do like about it is it's creative when it comes to design and looks. I mean, it's kind of hard not to do that with the microverse. Go with that with some of the art. There is some really cool page layouts. There's some solid design. The art, I think, is really good at times. It's definitely a comic that's geared towards people who have seen the film and maybe want to hop in and don't want to dive into like a lot of continuity and crazy stuff. And that's kind of the best way of putting this. Like this is really a trade to get someone who might be interested in Ant-Man and the Wasp and doesn't know where to start with comics. It's kind of like my first comics. That's not necessarily a bad thing. So that's kind of like the way I look at it. This is a comic for folks who want to get into comics and kind of check out these characters, but don't want to dive into like the Avengers or Champions or the Ant-Man comic that came out. Any of that stuff, they can just pick this up, enjoy it, go from there. So it's 5 issues for $15.99, which is not bad. There are some extras. We got cover, kind of like some little design there. Some black and white art. That's about it. This is one for people who've seen the film, want to go and pick something else up, and don't know what to read. It's good. It's entertaining. It's kind of a throwaway fun adventure. I might have liked it. I think it might have been smarter to do it as like a digest and a cheaper comic, like a $9.99 thing geared towards, I think, younger readers. This would probably be like a hit, like a really, really big hit and do quite well. I think that's kind of my only thing and my suggestion. Skip the single issues, just release it as a graphic novel, like a cheap $9.99. So you can go get this in comic shops. Obviously, go support your comic shops first and foremost. They are the backbone of the industry. Without them, things just would not be going well at all. There's a link beneath this video. You can put in your zip code. It'll tell you if your shop's near you. No shop, no problem. There are also affiliate links. The affiliate links are exactly that way. We get a cut of that. Some of them are to bookstores. Bookstores don't get this for 2 weeks, so this should be like November 13th, I believe it'll be out. If you are into Marvel, or actually before I get to that, I want to thank Marvel for hooking us up with the review copy. We like to be transparent as to what we get for free. And we'd like to thank you for watching this video. If you're into Marvel, if you're into comics, if you're into Ant-Man, if you're into the Wasp, as in Nadia, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy. Keep it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.